Choice Ready is ensuring that our students graduate ready for whatever they choose to do after high school, whether that be post-secondary work at a college or university, the work world, getting an apprenticeship, internship, or going immediately into a paying job, or the military. So it's our responsibility as state educators in North Dakota to ensure that our students are graduating, once they leave our K-12 system, that they are ready to do whatever they choose to do. Often, children, students, young people think that they know what they want to do or what they don't want to do. And as they move through their adulthood, they realize that some of their plans have changed, some of their interests have changed, and some of their goals and aspirations may have changed. And so it is our responsibility that when they leave our high school, that we've prepared them to make choices that will make them happy and successful in their future. We're very pleased to have our North Dakota Scholarship aligned to the Choice Ready expectations, and we feel that this will inspire and motivate many more of our students and their families to look into graduating Choice Ready.
Academies are ways that students are able to better gear their classes to prepare themselves for the career pathway that they want to enter. This isn't necessarily just immediately going into college right after graduation from high school, but rather getting experience in the field they want to enter, whether that may be going directly into career right after high school or even going into something like military. And from this, academies are able to better prepare students by giving them experience and knowledge in that field.
And that's something that's also really cool about our new academy learning style is your senior year you also have capstone projects, so you're able to experience firsthand essentially what it would be like to be able to go and do that job every day. So you really get firsthand experience of what it would be like to do that career, so you can really see is this the career for me? Is this something that interests me?
And we can see that the job market currently is more geared towards what we have as experience as people rather than what degree we hold. And so I think that we're able to get this extra leg up, so to speak, is incredibly beneficial for the student. Even if they don't decide to go into a career, even if they maybe want to go into the military, even then we already have a leg up because we might have experience within that field.
It's actually going to be very good and beneficial for your future, and the fact that all the classes here are able to prepare you for military ready, college ready, or workforce ready. All the classes that you were taking here will prepare you to go right into those as soon as you graduate.
Northern Cass is doing a lot of things to help prepare learners to be choice ready. We take it real serious. It really is the foundation of our strategic plan in our district because it links to our transformation to being a personalized competency-based district. To prepare learners to be college ready, one of the things we've done is engaged in a very, very detailed partnership with Valley City State University, where our learners are able to take courses on site with our educators to earn college credit. Our board committed to this by paying for those educators to get certified to be able to teach as a professor. The other thing that we've done, we've used ESSER funding and grant funding to make sure those college courses are completely free for every learner in our district. We have many learners who are going into college with a full year of college done with no debt. And we're really proud of that because it takes away a barrier that could exist for some of our families. For kids to be career ready, we've done a lot of different things, but the one thing I think we're most proud of is a few years ago our board hired a director of college, career, and life readiness. This position is really responsible for engaging our learners in authentic experiences outside of the building. So we've developed a really robust internship program where our learners are spending 8 to 10 hours a week off our campus. They're getting paid for that time and they're getting high school credit. And they're getting experiences to figure out what they love, but honestly, more importantly, is what they don't want to do, because we don't want people going into a field and finding out 5-6 years later that that's not what they're passionate about, that's not what fulfills them. And our internship program, we've had kids work with HVAC, we've had kids work with chiropractors, we had a young lady who is the social media marketing director for a brand new startup. They're getting skills that are really gonna benefit them throughout the rest of their life, but they're doing it in a really authentic experience where they get to do instead of be told. For the military side of it, that's always a little bit trickier, but what we've done is we've reached out to the National Guard and we partner with them in a variety of different ways. It's not about having them come put a table up and hoping kids stop. We have them present, and they will do resume writing and interview skills with our kids. They are coming out to do obstacle courses with our learners. And more importantly, they're putting a face to what the military can do for them to help advance what they want to do down the road. And it's taking away this idea of what some people believe the military is, and it's showing that the military today is really about empowering people and helping people truly become who they want to be.
Students with special needs or students with disabilities are students that receive servicing through their IEPs or their individualized education programs, which are specific to what their needs, strengths, weaknesses are, and they're written to address those needs to make the student as successful as they can be in the high school or in the elementary school. Students that are on IEPs are not exempt from any choice-ready guidance or expectations that the schools have. Students on IEPs can range in a variety of continuum of disabilities, from really significant to minor disabilities. Most students on IEPs are going to be involved in the regular choice-ready activities. But some of the students with more significant cognitive disabilities will also be required to do choice-ready activities, but they're going to be required to do what we call the alternate choice-ready activities. And alternate choice-ready activities follow the same three continuums that the choice-ready activities do: post-secondary ready activities, workforce skills ready, and then for the alternate assessed students, or the students that are going to follow the alternate choice-ready guidance, there's a tab instead of military ready. They will be expected to be life skills ready. There's about 1% of the students across the state of North Dakota that will be identified as alternate choice ready students.
4-year rolling career plan is something that students will start in middle school. This is essentially helping them lay out their high school path, because we are able to better visualize what classes we are taking before we actually enter high school. It's very beneficial because it's a way to visualize your classes, and you're able to better see it when it's put on paper and laid out into a 4-year plan.
You know, you kind of start to develop what you're interested in doing when you get older. So now is the time in middle school where you really get to decide what you're interested in for high school. So then when you get to see all those classes, you really just get to plan out what am I interested in now? And then even when you're in high school, you can still change the pathways that you want to go into.
There are many ways that North Dakota high schools are innovating to help students graduate choice ready. So for example, at Wahpeton High School, they have ZAP the ACT, where they are helping juniors practice and study for the ACT so they can get the desired score they need and do well in the post-secondary pathway. Up in Dunseith, they are working with the armed forces to help students do well on the ABSVAB test so that they can be military ready. In Minot, they have a Magi United, where it's a very large event where students can get community service hours, which students need in the essential skills portion of Choice Ready. In Beulah, they are purchasing cords to recognize students who graduate Choice Ready. We have districts that hire Choice Ready coordinators. Many of our CTE centers are working with businesses to provide students with job shadowing, apprenticeships. They pay for OSHA fees and CPR fees, all to help students become workforce ready. There are so many benefits associated with the Choice Ready framework. Most importantly, it helps the students of North Dakota. They are able to spend their high school years exploring and looking at the various pathways available to them so they can graduate ready to go out into the world and be successful. It also benefits our North Dakota high schools because the Department of Public Instruction has to create a report card for every high school each year. And of course, the Choice Ready metric is part of that report card. And so the more choices that high schools offer students, the better that they will score on the report. And so, for example, back in 2018, when we started this initiative, only 38% of our students graduated Choice Ready. This past year in 2022, 60% of our students now graduated Choice Ready. And then finally, it also benefits our parents because If a student does not get the required ACT score to be able to enter college taking coursework, credit-bearing courses, there is a course called CREAM. And if they participate in this class their senior year of high school and get a 70% passing rate, we have a memorandum of understanding with every North Dakota college and university that they will accept this passing score on CREAM, and then they can go to college and take credit-bearing courses, saving both students and parents an abundant amount of time and money. It's just a win-win for everybody.
Choice Ready is vital for success right now, and it used to be about test scores. Choice Ready has allowed us to change the narrative in our schools from one about providing content and learners testing to show they know it, to now providing choices and learners engaging and being empowered to make decisions about their future before they leave the building. They're now in a safe place to make mistakes, and that's honored and it's respected, and honestly, it's celebrated. And I think what Choice Ready has finally done in our schools is given us the flexibility to treat learners like they're human, to give learners the ability to do things that we never thought were possible, but we always knew deep down inside we wanted to give them that option.